Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for your yoga practice today. My name is Orissa and I am very excited to be leading you in a nice flowing class. We'll be doing some flowing, some balancing, and lots of really deep hip work. So grab your mat, grab any props that you might want to have. Yoga blocks or a cushion are always great. And we will start at the front of our mats in ragdoll pose. So come to the front of your yoga mat, open up the feet about hip width apart. You can bend the knees a lot. Roll out your shoulders. Maybe just take a big breath here in standing. Big breath in and out. And then soften your knees and fold forward from your hips. Allow your arms to hang down. You can grab opposite elbows if you would like. And you can shake out your head yes and no. Big breath out of your mouth, close your eyes, and just start to focus on your breath. Making the breath a little bit more intentional and just being aware of it happening, bringing awareness to your present moment. Make sure your neck muscles are really relaxed. You can shake the head yes and no. Staying in stillness or maybe adding a really gentle sway side to side if that feels good for you. I'm just trying to really relax your upper body as much as you can, allowing it to be really heavy. So taking this next hour 100% for yourself, and not in a selfish way, but in a way that as you care for yourself, then you're better able to give love and give more of yourself to everyone in your life. So finding that love, taking time for love and nourishment and goodness. Right here, right now, starting that with your breath. Allow all thoughts of your day to just be let go. Allow all thoughts of the world, everything that's happening, to also just be let go. Breathe it out and sigh it out if you need to. Make a sound, make as much noise as you need to find a bit of release, and then just allow yourself to be 100% focused on this beautiful little rectangle of your yoga mat. Because right here, right now, it's all good. Let's take one more breath in ragdoll. If you're grabbing opposite elbows, release them down. Bend your knees more than they're already bent. And start to press your feet firmly straight down, engaging all the muscles in your legs and your core, and start to roll up to stand. So really take your time, deepen your breath, pull your belly in, and allow your arms and head to stay dangling down, staying relaxed. Take your time, feel each vertebrae of your spine stacking all the way up until you're eventually standing nice and tall. Circle your shoulders up and back and down. Palms face forward at your sides. Imagine that I have a string on the top of your head, and I'm just gently pulling it straight up towards the sky. You're just getting a little bit more space between each vertebrae in your spine, standing a little bit taller as your feet stay rooted into the ground. Take a big breath here, and a big breath out of your mouth. Amazing. On your next breath in, circle your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bring your palms to your heart center. Pause. Press the palms together. Maybe gently bow your head. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Why did you show up on your mat today? Maybe it's to release something, maybe it's to bring something in. So whatever that is, just bring all focus to that now. And we'll keep coming back to that throughout the whole practice. Breathe your intention into every cell of your being. And breathe out everything that is not that, let it go. Amazing. Blink your eyes open, and let's just get into a gentle flow. So circle your arms out and up to the sky, get really tall. And then fold forward, soft knees, come all the way down. Come up halfway lift as you inhale, slide your fingertips up your shins, nice long spine. And then as you breathe out, bend your knees, plant your hands, step into downward facing dog, making that upside down V with your body. Your hips are nice and high, your spine is long. Knees can be bent. Amazing. And on your next breath in, lift the heels really high and squeeze your legs. And then from the pelvis, roll forward. So tuck your tailbone down, pull the belly in, roll forward into plank, shoulders right over your wrists. Spread your fingers wide, press the fingertips straight down into the mat, and breathe here. Generate some heat in your body. Squeeze those thighs and press the top of your head forward. Get that length in your spine. Press your arms a little bit straighter. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes, amazing. Inhale, lift up for cobra. So just lifting the heart. Stay for an extra breath for this first round. As you exhale, come all the way forward. Tuck your toes, press into your hands. Make your way into downward facing dog. You can move through tabletop, move through hands and knees to get there if that's feeling good for you. Or you can do 5 chaturanga push-ups if that's how you're feeling today. Remember, this is your practice. Make it as easy or challenging as you would like today. Breathe in downward dog, maybe pedal out your feet, one more breath. And also remember, child's pose is always available to you anytime. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward, bend your knees a lot. You can step or try hopping your feet between your hands, nice and lightly if you try that. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift, and then fold forward. Amazing. Lift up halfway again. As you exhale, rising to stand with a flat back, squeezing the backs of your legs and pulling your core in strong. Amazing. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold straight back down. Big breath out. All air out. Let something go. Lift up halfway as you breathe in. So same thing as last time. Step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Press those heels a little bit more. Now lift them way up high. Squeeze your legs, roll forward into plank. Shift your shoulders forward past your wrists and bend your elbows lower to the ground. Nice and slow, so much strength. Knees can be down if you need to. Untuck your toes. Inhale for cobra, open the heart. And exhale, curl back down, press into your hands, move into downward facing dog. Beautiful, breathe deeply. Pedal out your feet if that feels good. Lift the heels, gaze forward, walk, step, jump your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and fold, get length in the spine. Halfway lift again, flat back, rise to stand. Feel the pose, reach your arms up to the sky, get as tall as you can. Palms through heart center as you fold all the way back down. We're doing one more round. Really get into your breath. It's the exact same movements. So find your flow. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Spread those fingers really wide, arms nice and straight. Inhale, the heels lift, roll forward into plank as you exhale. Really strong, your whole body engaged. Shift forward, lower as slowly as you can down to the ground. You can always lower halfway chaturanga if you're feeling it. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then make your way into downward facing dog, adding anything along the way that feels good for you. Bring your feet closer together. So maybe the big toes will touch. Lift the heels way up high. And then as you bend your knees, send the heels to the right and your knees to the left, and bend your knees and feel a really good stretch along the left side of your body. Breathe here. And then straighten your legs, spin the heels back so they're facing backwards. Now bend your knees, spin the heels towards the left, and now bend your knees a lot and stretch out the right side of your body. Maybe bend a little bit more. Straighten the legs back to regular down dog, but heels lifted. Now go the other way, so heels to the right, knees point left, and bend your knees a lot. Straighten the legs, spin the heels back, and then bend them, turning knees towards the right. Let's go one more time each side. So through center, as you straighten your legs, bend your knees, knees point left, bend them a lot. Amazing, straighten the legs. And then bend them, knees point to the right. Come back, regular down dog. You can now take your feet maybe back to hip width apart. Lift the heels, gaze forwards, and make your way to the front of your mat with your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift up halfway again as you breathe in, and then rise all the way up to stand. Inhale, circle your arms, reach them up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Close your eyes and pause. Take 2 full breaths here. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. How's the body feeling? Amazing. Inhale, blink the eyes open, reach your arms to the sky. Big breath in, exhale, fold. Lift up halfway, breathe in. And then bend your knees, fingertips down, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Sink the hips down, press your feet into the mat, and rise up for crescent lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky, or have them on your front knee, whatever feels best for you. Sink the hips down and lift your heart up and maybe start to arch back. Feel that expansion in the front of your body for your hip flexor. Maybe lift your gaze up a little bit more. Keep your feet pressing down, finding that connection with the ground, that solid foundation. Arch back more. Amazing. Bring your hands down to the earth. Right hand will stay. Come into a twist. Left arm up to the sky. Gaze towards your left thumb if you can. Big breath in. And then bring your left hand back down to the earth. Spin your right heel down, so your back heel. We'll make our way into warrior 2. So the back heel is down, flat, leading with your right arm, rise all the way up for warrior 2. You want about heel to heel alignment. Your back foot is in line with the short edge of your mat. Gaze beyond your left fingertips and sink really deep into your hips. You want your shoulders stacked over your hips. They tend to come forward, so kind of bring them back. And then sink down, especially the right side of your pelvis. And find some focus, find some strength, find some even-mindedness right here. Can you press your left knee a little bit more wide to the pinky toe side of your foot? Amazing. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior 1. Big breath in. And then as you breathe out through warrior 2 to side angle, bring your left elbow onto your knee. And then your right arm will reach alongside your ear. So your chest is facing the side wall, your hips are facing the side wall. Really roll them open towards the sky and breathe. Keep your feet pressing down and don't totally collapse onto your arm and just be totally disengaged. engage everything, and maybe you can even hover your bottom arm just a little bit, or just make it a little bit lighter. Keep breathing. A few more breaths here. If you're feeling open in your hips, you could bring the left fingertips down onto the ground in front of your foot, or inside your foot. But make sure that your hips and chest stay facing the side wall if you do that. One more breath, feeling some heat in the legs. Press into your feet, rise up, warrior two. And then bring your hands down to the ground, spin the back heel up, step into plank pose. Optional vinyasa if you would like. Shift forward. You can go straight to down dog, or shift forward, lower all the way, or halfway down. And then flip over the toes, up dog or cobra, whatever's feeling good for you. And then downward facing dog, extra chaturanga push-up if you're feeling strong and you want to work out the arms and core a little bit more. Find down dog, take a big breath out. Lift your heels up, gaze forward, make your way to the front of your mat with your feet. Inhale halfway, and fold all the way down. Halfway lift again, and then rise to stand. Circle your arms, fill the pose, reach them up to the sky. Amazing. Palms to your heart center. Coming back to center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Open your heart, lean back, and fold all the way forward. Long spine as you breathe in. Fingertips come down, bend your knees, send your left foot to the back of the mat. Nice long lunge, bring the hips down, your back knee is lifted, that leg is strong. Press your feet down, find that connection with the earth, and then rise up with your body, hands to your knee or reaching up. Sink your hips down and lengthen your spine. I still have that string on the top of your head, and I'm pulling it up so you're getting a little bit lighter in your upper body as the hips sink. And you're just stretching out those legs and strengthening. Maybe you can lift your gaze and start to arch back a little more, really opening up your heart space. Beautiful, so beautiful. Arch back as much as you can. And then bring your hands down to the earth. Left hand stays right underneath your shoulder. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Twist from your belly button, twist the whole rib cage open to the right. Gazing up if you can, or neutral or down. Find a steady gaze so that you stay focused and present with what's happening on your mat and in your body right here and now. Open up, twist. Exhale, bring your right hand down. So we'll move to warrior two. So spin your left heel down. So it's about 90 degrees with your feet, leading with your left arm, warrior two, rise up. So arms to a T. Now rebend nice and deep into that front thigh. Gaze beyond your right fingertips. Relax your shoulders. Bend deeper into your front knee and press it a little bit wider. So you're really externally opening the hips. Sink the left side of your pelvis down more. Breathe in energy and strength into your body. We won't be here long, no worries. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale. And exhale, side angle. So right elbow to your right knee. And then the left arm will reach alongside your ear. Nice, beautiful long line, the whole left side of your body. Roll the left side of your hip, roll it open so your pelvis and your chest is facing the side. And make sure that you're not totally collapsing on your right arm. Work the legs and core a little bit more and get a little bit lighter on that elbow. Maybe parallel your arms or do something else if you're feeling really strong. If you're feeling open and you did on the other side, and you can do this with everything still facing the side wall, so not compromising your alignment, then you can bring your right fingertips or hand down to the floor. Let's take a few more breaths here. You've got this. Stay present. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up, warrior two. And cartwheel the hands down to the earth. Spin the back heel up. Step into plank. Make your way into down dog if you want, or shift forward. Knees can be down, lower halfway. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Keep the hips high. Flip over the toes, upward facing dog. Just the hands and tops of the feet are on the mat. And then downward facing dog. Amazing. Take child's pose if you need to, or take 3 or 4 or 5 deep breaths in down dog. Pedal out your feet. Come back to center. Remember why you're here. Just to feel good. Let's just do what feels good. Amazing. If you're in child's pose, join us in down dog. And then we'll make our way to the front of the mat. So lift your heels, gaze forward, step, walk, jump, handstand, all the way forward. Nice long spine as you breathe in, and then take that length into your forward fold as you breathe out. Amazing. Lift up halfway. Exhale, rising to stand. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Hook your thumbs. Arch back as much as you can. Stay here for an extra breath. Press your feet down. Squeeze your butt cheeks and lean back a little bit more. And then come up. Hands come through heart center into your sides. Close your eyes. Amazing. Who's heating up? It's hot in here. Okay. Turn sideways on your mat and take your feet nice and wide. Quite wider than you think. Feet are parallel. Reach your arms out to the sides and then bring them behind you. Interlace your fingers. Spread more space across your chest. Lift the gaze. And then fold forward. You can bend your knees, fold at the hips, bring your hands overhead. Come into a forward fold. Maybe adjust the width of your feet if you need to. You can squeeze your elbows and shoulder blades towards each other to get a little bit more of a stretch in the shoulders. Shake out your head and then deepen your breath. Lift your sit bones up away from the floor to get more stretch in the hamstrings. Squeeze your palms together a little bit more. Amazing. Gently release your hands down to the ground. Lift up halfway, hands underneath your shoulders, or they can be on blocks or fingertips. And then plant your left hand down, reach your right arm up to the sky for a twist. And now start to bend into your right knee. Sending the butt back as you bend into that knee. And really open your chest and lean your chest away. So you're kind of coming off center. Lean your chest away from your right thigh. Keep the left foot pressing into the mat. And just open up the chest. Twist your spine. Open up your inner thighs. And breathe and enjoy every breath. Beautiful. Come back to center, straighten the leg, bring your right hand down, pause. And then with your right hand under your right shoulder, twist open, reach your left arm to the sky. Start to bend into your left knee, sitting the butt back, so more weight into your heel, and then really open the chest, lean your chest away from the left thigh, so coming off center, and really breathe space into your heart and into your whole body and into all the tight places that you might be feeling this. Use your breath to create more space. Open up a little bit more. Smile. And then bring that hand down, straighten both legs, and just fold forward as much as you can. way. Bring your hands to your hips, your torso is parallel with the floor. Squeeze your legs, pull your belly button towards your spine, and start to rise up nice and slow all the way up to stand. Wiggle your feet all the way together once you get there. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, and then through heart center into your sides. We'll just do some quick standing balancing. So we'll start with tree pose, a nice basic standing balance. Starting balancing on the right leg. If you've never done tree pose, I'll walk you through it. If you have, go right into it. So balancing on your right foot, spread your toes and press your foot into the mat. And then lift your left foot up. And you want to bring the sole of your foot onto your inner leg. So maybe just start with the calf and press the left knee out wide. Arms can be out to help you balance. Maybe you can grab onto your ankle and pull that foot right up into your inner groin, inner thigh. Find somewhere. And now press the left knee wide. Make sure that you don't put your foot on your knee joint, pressing the knee joint sideways. It's not the direction the knee joint goes. So don't do that. Above or below the knee joint, perfect. Arms can be wherever you want to have them. Do something crazy. I can't see you, so surprise me. And let me know what kind of a tree you are today. Press the left knee open wide. Feel that opening in your hips. And lengthen your spine and just breathe. Maybe if your balance is like on point, you could try closing your eyes. That's always fun. Challenge yourself and just enjoy this. Amazing. If your eyes have been closed all that time, high five. If they haven't, high five to you as well, because we're all awesome. So let's come out of tree pose. We'll just go straight to the other side. So bring the left foot down. You can shake out that right leg. And then all the way into your left foot. Maybe just take a cleansing breath in between sides. And then spread those toes. So maybe lift your left toes up first. That helps to engage all the muscles in your feet. And then see if you can spread your toes. Yogi toes. It takes some practice, but you got to start somewhere. So all the way into that leg and start to bring the sole of your foot, maybe just onto your calf, maybe above the knee joint, somewhere onto your inner thigh. You can use your hand to help your foot up. And then press that knee, use your muscles to press that knee wide and really open up your hips. Lengthen your spine, press your left foot into the mat, root it down like a tree, and then grow your branches tall. Find some stillness. If your balance is off, it really helps to just stare at a point on the floor and just have that single point of focus. That might help. And then also thinking about kind of squeezing all your muscles to your bones and squeezing everything to the center of your body. So you can have your palms together, press them together, press the sole of your foot and your thigh in towards each other and just like squeeze everything in and up. And it might help you balance. You can always bring your toes onto the ground and balance with your foot on your ankle too. Close your eyes if you want to. Let's stay here for a few more moments. Tuning into the energy of all the trees, practicing with you together all over the world. Making this beautiful virtual forest of yogis. Amazing. You can bring your arms, your branches down, maybe help your foot off, and just come back to stand. You can shake the left leg out, shake the right leg out, shake out all of your limbs. Nice. And now we'll do another balance. So weight into the right leg again, so opposite leg. And we'll just start by squeeze your left knee into your chest. Wrap your hands around your shin and pull it in, and then stand up as tall as you can as you really press your right heel down into the mat. Now, take your left hand to the top of your knee, right hand to right hip. Open up your knee towards the left. Ooh, nice. Now, you can stop anywhere along the way where you need to stop. This could be option one. Just use your leg strength. Take your left hand inside your knee and see if you can grab the outer edge of your foot. So you might have to lean forward a bit, and then try and stand up as tall as you can. So it's some deep hip opening, deep balancing, lots of things happening here. This might be your place. You can always extend your right arm out to the side to help you balance. Next step, next option is to start to straighten your leg out towards the left and stop. And it's great if it's bent and that's where you're staying today. Maybe extend the right arm out towards the right. Lift up your spine nice and tall. Root your right foot into the mat and extend through everything, whether that's just your knee and your bottom foot and the top of your head. Enjoy wherever you're at. If your leg is straight, you can start to rebend it, and we'll just come back and we'll all come out of it together. So rebend. And then you can release that foot. Squeeze your knee into your chest. One more moment of balancing. And then release it down. Close your eyes. How does it feel? Feel that energy moving in your body. We're just getting rid of some kinks and tension and letting the energy flow a bit better. So, blink the eyes open. Let's go to the other side. Balancing on your left leg. Start by just squeezing your right knee into your chest. And now bend your left knee a little bit and then press your foot down, straighten your leg, and stand taller with everything. It helps if you flex your right toes towards your shin, or just like spread your toes wide. You can even point your toe, but just kind of engage your feet and toes. Don't just let your foot flop there. The more muscles that are engaged, the easier it will be. Okay, right hand to the top of your knee, left hand to your left hip. Open up your knee towards this side. Open up the hip. Keep your toes flexed. Pause here or reach inside your knee. Grab the outer edge of your foot. Now, press the left foot down into the mat. Stand nice and tall. And this is a really deep hip opening. See how this is feeling. Maybe start to reach that leg straight out towards the side, pausing anywhere along the way. Left hand can stay on your hip or maybe reach it out to the side to help you counterbalance. Stand up tall. Find that point of focus on the floor. Breathe. We're not here long, so just breathe. Stay focused. Do your very best. That's all I ask, is that you do your best. Yes, you're doing so good. One more breath. One more breath. If your leg is straight, start to rebend it into the body. And then release your foot. Squeeze your knee into the center of your chest. Stand tall. And then release your foot down. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. Big breath in. Sigh it out of your mouth. Nice. Okay. Come to the front of your mat again. Inhale, circle your arms out and up to the sky. Get so long. Stretch out your heart. And then fold forward. Really soft knees. Inhale, long spine. And then step into down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hips towards the right. Pause here, so you're stacking the right side of your pelvis on top of the left. Maybe gaze under your left armpit. You might be able to see your toes and say hello to them. Practice your yogi toes. Try and spread them a little bit wider. Now reach your right leg up. Spin the hip back down so your pelvis is squared. And step your right foot all the way forward. You can bring the back knee down this time. Yeah. Untuck your toes. We'll just come into a low lunge. So press into the right heel and rise up. Bring your hands onto your front knee. You might need to put some support under the back knee if that feels better. Lift up your chest and then bring your left hand to your left hip and start to sink the hips forward and down. You can just lightly press the left side of your pelvis a little bit forward. Notice how this feels. Breathe deep. Lengthen your spine and sink the hips down. Breathe space and exhale out all tension, all worries. If you want, you could reach your arms up to the sky and really arch back as much as you can. Otherwise, just stay. You could bring both hands to your front knee and lean back from there, whatever feels good in your body right now. Amazing. Bring both hands down to the ground. Straighten out your front leg. Lift up your right toes. Walk the hands back. Actually stand up on the back knee so that your spine gets nice and long. So really flex the toes towards your shin. You can have blocks on either side of your leg if you have blocks. Fold forward over the right leg. You can bring your hands onto blocks, onto your shin, or onto the floor. Think about reaching your chest towards your toes, keeping a nice long spine, and finding a bit of softness in this place. Imagine the right sit bone, moving it backwards to the back of your mat and up. You'll get a deeper stretch for the hamstring. One more little variation of this. You can have your left hand on the floor. You can tent your fingertips or have it on a block if you're a bit tighter. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. And breathe into the IT band, the whole outside of that right leg. Open up the chest. One more breath here. Move the right sit bone back more. Whoo. And bring your right hand down. Rebend into your front knee. We're going to do one more pose on this side. Pigeon. So, if you know pigeon, go into it. Wiggle your right foot across the mat. Bring your shin down so your knee is right behind the right wrist. And you might need to have your foot, your ankle, like right underneath the pelvis, and put some pillows underneath the right hip for more support. If you're a bit tighter, if you're looser, your shin will be more closer to parallel with the front edge of your mat. Keep a little bit of activation in your right toes, helping to stabilize your knee joint. Find your place today, whatever angle your knee might be at. Keep the toes flexed, lift your chest up, big breath in, and then fold forward. Come as far forward as the body allows. If you can, rest your forehead on stacked fists or blocks or something, or just allow it to kind of hang down, but try to relax your neck muscles and shoulder muscles. And breathe really deeply into all the tight areas of your body you might be feeling within. For a deeper release, you can exhale out of your mouth, making a sound. Remember, I can't hear you. So let something go. Ha. Although if you have other people in your house who aren't doing yoga with you right now, they can hear you. But that's okay. Deepen the breath. Come back. Remember what your intention is for your practice. We're still practicing. We're still breathing that intention into the body. Choosing to feel good, to stay even-minded through all parts of this practice and all parts of life. 3 more breaths here. How much can you soften? How much can you let go? And then start to walk yourself up onto your hands. Take your time. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Press into your hands. Lift the hips. Slide the back knee forward. Come into tabletop. So slide the right knee back. Hands now under your shoulders. And then just extend the right leg straight back. And then curl it in. And do that maybe a few more times if that feels good. If you'd rather do like 3-legged down dog or just move through a vinyasa or something, just do something that helps your body kind of release all of that really deep hip opening and lower body work. And then eventually come into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet here, breathe deeply, maybe just notice and be aware of if your legs are feeling a bit different from one another. And then lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your left knee, open up the hips towards the left, stacking the left hip on top of the right. Gaze under the right armpit. Say hello to your yogi toes. Spread them as wide as you can. Amazing. Straighten the left leg. Spin the hip back down and step that foot all the way forward next to your left thumb. Bring the back knee down, untuck your toes. Grab any props if you have your blocks nearby or a pillow nearby. Keep it nearby. Press into the left heel. Come into low lunge. So hands onto your front knee to start. And actually right hand to your right hip. Lift your spine, lengthen your spine up. Keep that lightness in the upper body. And then start to sink the hips forward and down, maybe bending a bit deeper into your front knee. With your right hand on your right hip, you can just gently kind of guide that hip to point a little more forward. Maybe even gently pressing it down, but be really, really gentle and mindful. And then you can have both hands on your front knee, or maybe reach them up to the sky and arch back and come into an amazing ecstatic back bend if your body's open and wanting that, or just stay where you are, breathe into your hips. Maybe just lift the gaze a little bit. Amazing. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing tension in your hips. And then bring both hands down to the earth. Press the left heel down, straighten your left leg as you send the hips back. The toes will lift up, walk your hands all the way back, and stand up on your back knee for a breath, lengthening your spine. Now start to fold forward, chest over the center of your shin in that direction, hands onto the shin, fingertips to the floor, blocks, or hands all the way down. Deepen your breath to deepen the stretch. Don't try and go further. Just breathe deeper and give your body the chance to just open for you. Kind of lift your left sit bone back and up. Kind of pulling it that way, even kind of energetically dragging the left heel towards the back of the mat if you need more intensity. Nice. And then lift up halfway, bring your right fingertips to the floor or a block if you have one. And then reach your left arm up to the sky, find your balance. And breathe into the outside of that left leg. Keep your left toes flexing towards your shin. Keep the chest rolling open, the spine nice and long. and down. Amazing. Rebend into the left knee, and now we'll make our way into pigeon. So hands walk forward, and heel toe your foot across the mat. The shin will come down. Use props if you need to under the left hip. And just find out how tight your hips are feeling today. Make sure that your left toes stay a little bit activated. So just trying to spread them or flex them or do something. Lift up the chest and then fold. All air out as you come down. Relax your forehead. Breathe so deeply here. Saturate every breath with love and goodness. Total self-acceptance. Can you find a bit more melting quality? Kind of softening the shoulders, the jaw, melting the upper body forward a little bit more. Let something go. A few more full breaths, exactly as you are. Amazing. Start to come out of the pose, walking yourself up onto your hands. Tuck the back toes. Take your time. Press into the hands. Lift the hips. Slide your back knee forward. And then slide the left knee back, tabletop. Spread the fingers wide and extend the left leg straight back. Then curl it in. And then just do that a few more times. Option now to take a final downward facing dog or move through a quick vinyasa if you feel like that might feel good. Or you can just cross your ankles and flip over the feet, come into seated. And let's do a quick butterfly for the inner groins a little bit more. So bring the soles of your feet together and the knees open wide. And you want the pelvis to be tilting forward slightly. So if you're not able to do that, or you're not even able to sit with a straight spine, then you need to lift up your hips by sitting on your couch cushion or two. So maybe just having the fingertips behind you and lifting your chest up and keeping your spine long, that might be good enough for you. Or you can grab your ankles and keeping your spine nice and long, start to fold forward until you can't fold anymore, and then you breathe. Relax the body, deepen your breath. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Bring your knees together using your hands, nice and gently, and then extend your legs straight out in front of you. So if you were sitting on a pillow or something before, then stay there. Scooch the sit bones back a little bit. Maybe kind of grab your butt cheeks and pull them back so that your sit bones are grounded on your pillow or on your mat. pelvis tilting forward. Maybe just stay exactly here if you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings, or lengthen your spine up and then fold and reach towards your toes. You can grab onto your calves or your yoga mat, maybe your feet. Pull your chest forward and down, and then soften your neck and shoulders, soften the jaw, and just relax everything. Let go. Be right here. Breathe out all tension, all worry. And breathe in the knowingness that you are worthy, that all is well, that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Send the breath for a few more breaths into the hamstrings, into your low back, anywhere else you're feeling this. Amazing. Slowly come out of it if you folded forward. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Bring your hands behind you. We'll just do a quick counter pose for that forward bend. Fingertips point towards your hips. Press into your heels. Lift your hips up for reverse tabletop. Maybe if it's okay for the neck, allow your head to drop back and press those hips high. Stretch out your shoulders. Open the front of the body. Amazing. And bring your hips back down slowly. And then come all the way onto your back. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Curl your shoulders and head off the mat. Give yourself a hug. And then release your arms and legs and come into Shavasana, or corpse pose, or the final resting pose and most important pose of our practice. So don't skip this, please. You're just laying on your back, making sure that you're really comfortable. And now breathe all air out, big sigh, let something go. And release your breath. Just forget about the breath. Allow it to flow totally easily. And just start to relax everything. Finding total stillness in your body, in your mind. Every moment the bones get a little bit heavier, the muscles get more relaxed. All is well. This is when we allow ourselves to soak up all of the goodness from our practice, all the benefits, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, everything. Just drink it in and completely relax. Nothing to do but be right here. very gently and slowly begin to deepen your breath, lovingly awakening yourself back up. Start bringing movement to your fingers and toes. Move your head side to side. Continue deepening your breath as you bring more movement into the body. As you're ready, you can reach your arms overhead, getting a full body stretch. It always feels nice coming out of Shavasana. And then you can roll to one side, bend your knees into your chest, use your arm as a pillow, pause for a breath. If there's anything else that you need to let go of, physically or mentally, breathe it out and leave it behind. Press into your hands, come up to find a comfortable seat to finish. Sit up on a pillow. Just elevate the hips a little bit to make it more comfortable for you. And sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and bring all awareness inside to your heart. And just check back in. Ask yourself, how's everything going? How's the body feeling? How's the mind, your thoughts? Taking a moment to feel a little bit of gratitude for something in your life. Something simple, small, big, complicated, anything at all. Feel gratitude and love for that right now. Breathe it in. The more we are grateful for what we have, the more we have to be grateful for. Amazing. Inhale. Reach your arms up to the sky one more time. Big breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Keeping this energy with you as you move on into the rest of your day. The light that is within me honors and bows to the light that is within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with everyone in the world, and come back here again and again to practice with me. Lots of love.